And welcome back to more of Lost Isle. And we're just going to continue going through the next part of level 1. Yeah, I don't know, that last part was fairly long and I'm not even sure if I'm even halfway through this place yet. Now the thing is, when you restart, or if you game over, the water resets, so you're gonna have to... This is where opening up those shortcuts will pay off. At least that takes down some of the backtracking. And I just leave those arrows there. And again, all the shortcuts make it convenient to get back, quickly get back to to the lower floors. And luckily I already freed up some of the bigger shortcuts, so I can actually get back to the lower floors pretty quickly. So instead of going through the whole level, at least that's what gives a little bit of mercy to this. So there are kind of shortcut checkpoints. So if you happen to, die along the way, you can, quickly get back to where you were before you went down, instead of having to go through the whole level again. Yeah, it kind of sucks you only start with 3 hearts. This is a fairly difficult quest, but you have to really take care of where you save, because you don't want to save in a treacherous spot that you can't really get out. Try to find like a safe town or something that you can get, then heart refills. Yeah, so luckily it's not going to take me too long to get back to where I was, because again, I already freed up some of the bigger shortcuts here. Now again, you want to save yourself trouble. You actually want to get the 2 keys before you before you lower the water. Because if you lower the water too early, you notice the planks on the upper right, you actually can't reach them. Because they'll be too low now. They'll be on the lower floor. And you're gonna need these 2 keys. And you'll see where they're gonna be used. So now it's just making your way back to the that switch. And now that we got everything we need, now we can lower this. Again, if you mess up, I think you can hit the switch again and it will raise the water back up. So you're not like permanently screwed. Only, just more of a minor inconvenience. Alright, now we can go back down. Go down onto the lower floor. Again, I'll show you the planks here. Why you don't want to lower the water too early. Actually, you can't even get past this point. You're actually stuck here. Huh, I didn't know that happened. Same thing here. You notice you can't get to the switch there. Alright, on to the second basement. Yeah, it's only level 1, it's already this many floors. And there's still more water you can drain. But I think this is the basement, the lowest floor of this place, at least. Okay, I think this thing is supposed to be just a sample. You get bombs in there. You're gonna need those. But I don't think you bomb that thing. So just kind of go into the next room. Once you take out all the wall masters, get an extra block to use. Now before you start moving too far in this room, you notice the holes at the bottom. Yeah, those are, traps come out of them. So, just kind of there to trick you. False sense of security. Yeah, just dodge the jar first. And then you can go on your way through this room. Okay, this room. As tempting as it is to blow up this one, usually you want to cause damage, so you want to actually use your bomb on the normal looking statue. And luckily I think you only have to do that once. Okay, this room you have your choice of two paths. You can go kind of the action route on the right or the puzzle route on the left. The right route looks a little bit dangerous with all those traps, so I'm just gonna go on the left side. I tend to be better at puzzles anyway. Yeah, you can see how hazardous that can get. I mean, the puzzles, you just have to think about it a little bit. You just have to see where you need to push blocks. And look at this, like 3 traps right there. Yeah, like that's gonna be safe to go through. Okay, once you get to this point, yeah, see, if you step off far enough, it kind of deactivates the statue. And it's not even, it's only like maybe a step or two. So this is where the magic shield comes in real handy. Because now you can just kind of camp out right in the center, and you have to fire arrows at this statue. And you need a lot of arrows, like 10 arrows or something. So very helpful to have the magic shield at this point. This stone block, you're gonna have to come back later, because you don't have the means to get rid of that. Alright, another crystal switch to lower water. Before you do that, you want to take a look around a little bit. Yeah, you can't do anything about this yet, so just leave that there. A little shortcut switch here. And this thing behaves very oddly. So like if you were to step on this switch and then go right, I think it would you'd get stuck. And you'd have to go all the way around again. So it's very weird how this switch behaves. So you kind of have to go in and out, step on the switch a couple times, just to make sure it works correctly. And I think it's okay now. That switch should stay down because you're gonna have to come back this way. And I gotta lower the water again. Now it's like the switch doesn't really work when the water's all lowered like this. That's why you gotta do it when you're on like when the water's still up on this floor. Because when you come back around, you're gonna have to do it when the water's still up. So you have to make sure that switch works correctly. Otherwise it kind of glitches out and it doesn't work correctly. Really getting yourself into trouble now. It's just more annoying, you have to do some backtracking. So the whole point of lowering the water is so that you can actually cross this. Now it allows you to get along the bottom part of this floor. And just kind of run across this. This room here, I think is just a refill room, but you gotta be careful about the traps. You see the holes in the walls there, so if you do it correctly, you can get refills in here. Okay, I think there was nothing on this route, right? Okay, yeah, the lower path is a dead end. Just to save myself a little trouble. Alright, again, down leads just to a dead end, so we're gonna actually go this way. And I don't think you want to go up just yet. There was a chest we saw, just couldn't get to it right off the bat. Well, at least I'm getting plenty of arrows. Keep my supply up. Yeah, just kind of follow this all the way down. This room we can't do anything yet. There is something important in there, but you're gonna have to come back down here later. Alright, finally get a map for this place. And if you look on the inventory, it looks a little bit different than your normal maps. Because it used to be like just squares. Here it's kind of more of the design of the rooms, actually. You don't see just direct squares. Some of them look like rectangles and just pathways and stuff. Again, it actually shows you how many keys are in this place and what item you're gonna end up picking up. And then on the map here, I think the arrows are. You see the arrow icon on the map there. I think that's a staircase. And then the yellow square is one of those, switches to lower water, raise or lower water. So you might want to get used to how those maps are labeled, because later on you're gonna see some levels where the maps are just outright confusing to understand. the whole point of this passage here is just to get to this door. And when you get in, you got some dark nuts to battle. Luckily, when because you have inherent slash attack, very helpful. Because you don't have to get clever with how to attack him, you can just kind of use your angles to sneak in hits there. And you got grass here for potential hearts in case you need some. And this room, the whole point of going all the way down here is to trip that switch. And you saw that little blockade at the very beginning of the level. So you're really having to work your butt off to get to certain passages here. Now at least the water's reset. Makes things a little more convenient. Again, the little triangles are stairs, and then you got the crystal switch with the yellow rectangle, and then the giant arrow is an exit from the level. In this case, it'd be the starting point. And make sure you found the keys, because you actually will need keys to open up these chests. So pretty much the main use of picking up the keys here. And here we get the raft. Finally getting the item of this place. The thing is, we're still not done yet. We still have a lot more of this level left. Because you're going to have to now go back down with the raft to do scouting. Again, mind you, this is just level 1. Actually, level 2 is even worse. That's even more confusing to understand. So when we get to that point, you're going to see just how confusing it is. Alright, so made some good progress. And we're going to take a break. And the next part, we'll continue going on through this level. Now that we have the raft, we can actually do some different exploration of this place. Alright, see you guys later.